All right. I'm here at the end of the conference, the end of the Georgia Organized Retail Crime Conference with Lekiya. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Good. How was the conference today?
It was amazing. Got lots of really good nuggets. Got to meet a few new people. Networking is like one of the most important parts of this event. I'm sad that I didn't get to do as much networking as I'd like to. But
well, there's a lot of content today. I know you had a lot of people from your group here.
Yeah.
Why is it important to send a group from your company to an event like this versus just one leader coming? Why is it important to have a team here, you think?
Because we all have different perspectives. People leave the room at different times. We all hear things differently. So when we come back together, we're able to say, okay, this is what I got from this session. What did you receive? And it's interesting hearing all of the different views.
We've worked together for a while on, and you do a lot of work at your organization on ensuring there's standards to interviewing, investigative interviewing. So why has that been such a focus and so important to you?
Right now, with all of the changes in the world, how people perceive conversations, lawsuits that happen, it is important that we have consistency and some type of standard across the board so that we can say we have a foundation. Other things may be happening. We're different and have different personalities, but it is important that we have some type of foundation.
Yeah, and I know you've got some people on the team that are brand new, so they go through training. We got people that, even yourself, I know only a couple of years ago. Some people, it's been a long time since they've been through any kind of interview training. And so what's been the gap there of how to get people caught up to speed, make sure they're doing the right thing?
Yeah, I mean, we were just having a conversation over there about like our old, like the deny, right? What do you do when somebody deny or is lying to you?
Right, yeah, the old stop that, right.
And we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So we still had people in our organization who are so accustomed to doing the same things and following the steps and following the rules that they hadn't changed and didn't realize that even through different generations of people and cultures that you have to adjust your interviewing style. So definitely important that we keep up to date.
So how has interviewing impacted you, your career? When I say interviewing, by the way, it could be just communication, maybe with your boss, with home life, with friends. How has that impacted you, I guess, professionally and personally?
Man, never interviewing your spouse, very important. You ask my husband, he thinks that I interview him all the time.
I know. It's like, why are you using this stuff on me? You're just asking a question, right?
I'm just asking you what's going on. But it's really important that I'm able to communicate and to be able to ask questions and get to the bottom and the root cause of things versus just surface level.
So last question I had for you is just the whole kind of theme of our podcast, and obviously what Wicklander-Zalewski does is all on communication. So if you were to maybe give us kind of one takeaway on how communication is so important in your everyday job, whether it's in the interviewing space or just anything else, but how does communication kind of drive what you do every day?
And communication is so important because we have to talk to different people from different walks of life. So you have to be able to meet people where they are instead of communicating at a high level. You know how you have conversations sometimes and people are so uber smart that they're not able to have regular conversations like talking to a surgeon or an engineer. And it's important because I talk to different people from different walks of life in different parts of the organization. So if I'm not able to communicate, then I'm not going to be able to get the things that I need or to offer things that other people need.
That's really good. We've asked that question to everybody today. That's the first time I got that answer. That's good. Is having diversity in the way that you can talk to people based off their level of knowledge and language, but also probably on title, I would imagine, right? You talking to somebody could be intimidating to someone in the organization. So making sure you approach that in the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. We have conversations all the time where it's like, oh my goodness, who's talking to me?
Right.
What level?
Right.
What do they want? And does that mean that I have a job or I don't have a job? So we already get that in asset protection, loss prevention. Like, okay, why? But then when you add a title onto the job description, then it adds a different level.
I'm sure. Well, hopefully you had a good day. We got a lot of traffic out there at the end of the day today in Atlanta. So I'll let you hit the road. But thanks for coming over and joining us on the Truth Be Told podcast.
Thanks for having me.